This is a video on completing the square. Now, what is completing the square? Completing the square, it is a method to find the solution to a quadratic function. Suppose, I think it's best to explain this with an example. Suppose we have 7x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. I'd like to solve for x. The first thing that you have to remember about completing the square is that this coefficient, which is a, the second one is b, the third one is c, we want the first one to be 1. So in order to do that, we can divide both sides by 7. So we will get 7x squared over 7 plus 2 over 7x plus 1 over 7 equals 0, which would give us x squared plus 2 over 7x plus 1 over 7 equals 0. This is a standard completed square form. As long as you remember this, or remember the process for this, you should be set. So the form is x plus something, here we're going to fill that in, square plus 1 over 7, which is c, minus something square equals 0. This 1 over 7 comes from the 1 over 7 there. The box over here, we just have to fill in with b. So we would get whatever we have. In this case, it's just be 2 over 7. If it were to be negative 2 over 7, you have to put negative 2 over 7. And take this number and plug it in there and square it. So now we will get x plus 2 over 7 square plus 1 over 7 minus 4 over 49 equals 0. 4 over 49 is 2 over 7 square. Now I'd like to combine 1 over 7 and negative 4 over 49. So I multiply and divide by 7, so I get a common denominator. Minus 4 over 49 equals 0. Now I have a common denominator, so I can combine the numerators as 7 minus 4 and keep this as x plus 2 over 7 square and set it equal to 0. Now x plus 2 over 7 square would be equal to minus 3 over 9. Because that part right there was plus 3 over 9, and when it goes to the other side it becomes minus 3 over 9. If you take the minus 3 over 49, not 9, if you take the square root on both sides, you'll get x plus 2 over 7, the square and the square root will get cancelled, so that and that would go away. On this side you have square root of minus 3 over 49. So we will have x plus 2 over 7 equals, I could split the square root as negative 3 square root over square root of 49, and any time you take a square root you get a plus or minus. So we will have x plus 2 over 7 equals plus or minus. The square root of a negative number results in a complex number, so there will be an I. So we'd write it as I times square root of 3. Square root of 49 is 7. Move the 2 over 7 to the other side. You have x equals minus 2 over 7 plus or minus I square root of 3 over 7. So the solution is x is equal to minus 2 over 7 plus I root 3 over 7 or minus 2 over 7 plus I root 3 over 7. You may write it this way, or you could also write it this way. There's nothing wrong with that. Minus 2 plus I root 3 over 7, or minus 2 minus I root 3 over 7. This has to be a negative, not a positive. It's plus or minus. Have a minus here. And that is how you find the solution to a quadratic function using completing the square.